If you are watching this video, surely you are aware of the figure of Gustavo Roll, and you probably already know much of its history. Gustavo Roll seems to have been the only human being in the world able to change matter with the sole intention of thought, with outstanding experiments that we are not going to mention in this video, as on the network enough and easily retrievable for those who do not. He was informed. Roll realized to own this extraordinary power in 1927, and he was very upset. So much to write on your personal diary this sentence: I discovered a tremendous law that binds the color green, the musical fifth and the heat. I have lost the joy of living. The power makes me afraid. I will not write anything. Definitely a very effective sentence, which for nearly a century remains in the curiosity of all the esoteric, but also physical. Not for nothing did Albert Einstein wanted to know personally Gustavo Roll. When Roll discovered to possess this extraordinary power, he attributed precisely this power to three specific references, where he concentrated so that the matter was moving in the direction he wanted, focal points to which it relates are the color green, the fifth, music and warmth. Probably the most crucial point is the color green, and then we will see why. First of all, we analyze the other 2 points, starting from the heat. The heat is perhaps the point that perhaps less is of interest, since it is only a consequence, a perception caused by the other 2 factors, namely by green and fifth, musical color. As for the musical fifth, a Roll attributed to this factor a vibration, the same vibration perceived by displaying the color green, with whom he felt a great power within him. But probably the main element of this power is just the color green, the display of the green color in the same instant that you put in place the change of reality. Why just green? Roll called the color green as the color of the way, but as we shall see, the explanation is more complex and very curious. As mentioned, Roll viewing the color green, it felt this vibration that in a sense made him feel omnipotent. Now we will see the reason for all this and how Roll could connect and manipulate the external matter to him. In October 1943, the ship Eldridge D-173, complete with crew, was conducted an experiment called Philadelphia Experiment, or Project Rainbow, based on the unified field theory by Albert Einstein. This experiment was designed to obtain the disappearance of a body. On the ship were mounted on the type of magnetism de Gauss generators, and once activated, the ship began, it seems, to disappear in a fog-shrouded green luminescent. This fog enveloped the ship was out of sight of observers located aboard nearby ships SS Andrew Farrouzeth and SS Malay. He originated a spherical field flattened at the poles, approximately 100 meters in width, within which stood as the only thing visible, the imprint of a hull immersed in water. According to witnesses, those who were inside the sphere could see everything, as there had been no mutations, although moving, in practice, into thin air. With this experiment was achieved the total invisibility and, what seems not foreseen, the displacement of material from one place to another. The Eldridge was seen appearing and disappearing in Norfolk, Virginia. At the time of rematerialization of the D-173, some crew members were found between the plates of the ship or between the wooden planks as if they had rematerialized to the wrong place. In consequence of this, the crew suffered another devastating effect that continued even when the experiment was ended. The men disappeared and suddenly reappeared, everywhere, at home, on the street, at the bar, under the astonished eyes of those present. To facilitate their return, you had to practice a technique called stacking of hands, i.e. touching the hapless promptly to stop the unusual phenomenon. Many had psychological problems, others were interned in the hospital, one disappeared in front of family members. It seems that in reality, experience the invisibility of a means, but experience leaps temporal space, from one time to another, and leaps multidimensional, i.e. in other dimensions unknown to us. Real journeys is not wanted, with this experiment in parallel universes, as already said, the point that we are really interested in. is that all the crew members who survived to these dimensional changes have all testified that during the passage were wrapped in an immense green color fog, the same color Gustavo Roll visualized to obtain the vibration in his favor. What could be so this green could almost certainly be the color of the true nature of reality. The reality that we do not see, because it's chained in the lower vibrating the material plane. When the vibration increases, you connect to the actual reality, where everything is connected and where you have access to change the whole world around us. Precisely for this reason we advise all those who practice the law of attraction to see the green color when viewing their goals, and certainly doing so, you will have a much more impressive results than you are used to. Green is the key to it all. Green is the color of what you want to manipulate, as he understood Gustavo Roll.